Greeting, brothers and sisters. White, black, Mexican, Italian, Puerto Rican, Haitians, Jamaican, wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you are, I don't care. Okay? What I do care about, what I'm about to share with you today, is something you should really sit and let soak in your mind and understand. I'm 41 years old, okay? And I spent a number of my years living blaming people for the things that happened in my life. Negative things you would say, but yet now today I consider positive because the bad things that happens in your life happens for reasons. The lives that you live have you lived it for a reason. It's what makes you a better person today. That's if you use everything in the past in the right way. If you choose to take the right path, you'll find yourself living in a positive life and accepting life for what it is and move on with your life in a fashionable manner where you're not disturbing anybody. We're going to talk about blames, all right? Now, numbers of times, over and over, repeating over and over, you will hear somebody blaming somebody for whatsoever that is that happens in their life. First of all, let me start with this. It is not God's fault. It is not the devil's fault. It is not your mom and dad's fault. It is not your brother and sister's fault. It is not the neighbor's fault. It is not your friend's fault. Teachers, preachers, gangsters, thugs, hustlers, Muslim, Jews, Christian, Baptists, it doesn't matter. It's nobody's fault. No matter what happened. This is how messed up this how bad this is how far I analyze this, telling you how everything that happened in your life is your fault. Everything. You felt you had to go to the store. Okay? You had to go get milk. On your way out, you crash your car. Whose fault is that? That's nobody's fault. That's your fault. It's your car. You could have walked. You could have taken the bus. You get shot. That's your fault. You could have skipped that day. When everything has a time, God sets a time frame for each and every moment in our lives. And this is the part that we accept, no matter what it is. Whether you had to get shot, killed, or go to prison. Whatever the cause is, whatever the situation may be. You cannot blame nobody. You have to learn to accept whatever obstacles that may come in your life and whatever you prosper in your life, you just simply have to accept it. If you win $1,000,000, you don't blame it on nobody. You won't even remember the person who said, "Oh, it was such and such." You won't even say it was Bobby that told me go play the lottery. You won't even say, "Oh, I owe it all to Johnson who told me to go play the game." Nope. You ain't blaming nobody then. Then so why, when the negative comes, you gotta blame it on somebody? You blame your mother, you blame your father, you blame your brother, you blame your sister, you blame your children, you blame your auntie, uncles, you blame your friends, your neighbors, your teachers, the preachers, the priests. You blame the drug dealer, you blame the crackheads, you blame the bum on the street. You blame everybody but you. Let me tell you something. Until you learn to take full responsibility for whatsoever happened in your life, good or bad, you never gonna go forward. You could be rich, or you could be poor, you could be middle class, it doesn't matter. You will not go forward. Your conscience is not going to work right. You're not going to be able to focus 100% no matter what you're doing. You're going to keep slipping and falling, keep slipping and falling and falling and falling until you hit, supposedly, rock bottom. But rock bottom means death to me. That means you ain't getting back up. You can fall a number of times and get back up, but when you hit rock bottom, there is no. Yeah, that's a done data for me. You done. You all set. Capital B, capital B, capital Y, capital E. Bye bye. You dead. You dead. Boom, bada boom. You dead. You done. Okay. Now, so this old blame game, it must come to an end. You have to have a conscious of yourself. You have to be able to read your own mind. You have to look back and see how you could have done something different. How you could avoid from going down the street. How you could avoid taking the drugs. How you could avoid the fight. How you could avoid the so-called friends. How you could avoid your mother, your father. How you could avoid your own brother. How you could avoid a government system. But we blame it all on somebody. It was the police fault that I wasn't even speeding. Man, I just had a little weed. Man, it was just a little powder. Man, that gun wasn't mine. It was somebody. They found the gun in your car. They found the drug in your vehicle in your possession. Now you dead. Your child died. Well, your child had placed he or herself in a position, in a situation, to be killed in the first place. It is biblically written that if you don't do righteously with your own self, that you will die young at young age. You will not live all your life. There is something that nobody died innocently. In the public's eyes, supposedly we all innocent. Oh, such and such is a good person. He was such a dude. Oh God. Oh yes, he was. Oh yes. Oh, Hercules. That's my baby. Oh child, he's so good. He's such a good boy. He go to church. Yeah. While he at the church, he texting somebody, his friend on the bench behind him, saying, "Man, we gonna rob that house tonight." See, God's punishment comes in many forms, many shapes. So is the evil spirit. It comes in many forms and many shapes. When it invades your mind, your heart, your body, soul, everything you are, you become powerless. You become blind. You become ignorant. You become deaf. You're looking at somebody, you don't see right. You're hearing things you don't comprehend. Nothing. You're speaking, but nothing righteous, nothing wise come out of your mouth. Deceits, hate. I've listened to conversations of people, black people, white people, Mexican people, Haitian people. I be wondering, dang, where have I been? Have I not been in this world? What was wrong with me? I be asking myself questions. What was wrong with me? How could I be so ignorant? How could I be so blind? How could I be so dumb? I thought clubbing was fun. Praise the Lord. Thanks to Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. Thank you for sparing my life. You know. Of course, I wouldn't go to the club and try to hate on this dude's girl and try to dance with girl whom I wasn't invited, whom I didn't have permission to dance with. I wouldn't do that, of course. However, a fight could have break and a bottle bust me inside the head. Who would have been at fault? Oh, so I'm gonna blame it on the person who threw the bottle because they shouldn't have threw the bottle? No, I shouldn't have been in the club. I shouldn't have been in the bar. I get stabbed, get shot. No, I shouldn't have been there. Oh, I have the right to be there? What? The little pocket change that I have gives me the right to be at the club, to be at the bar? No. No. It doesn't give me the right to be there. Righteousness would It's what keeps me. The righteous one keeps me from harm. I got jumped. I got jumped. I got jumped. Got knocked out, blacked out, everything. Got hit in the back of the head. Police said it was with a knuckle brace and blah, blah, blah. I got hit real hard. I'm in the hospital. And at that time, my wife was having my son. My wife was having my son on the floor beneath me at the hospital. I'm hospitalized. I'm in intensive care. I got, boom, they had to monitor me. Oh, God, yeah, make sure he don't die. Stupid dummy. Where was I? Partying. Now, they caught one of the guy who did that to me. They took him to jail. My boys gathered together. Oh, yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to get him. And especially, they were white people. White people did this to me. So they were white. And they're ready to, oh, yeah, we're going to kill them. We're going to kill them. Blah, 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 blah. The words came to my head, came to me. So I heard all this news. How they want to trash those white boys. The Lord keep walking with me. I'm not right. I'm never going to be right. For the fact I'm a sinner, so I'm going to continue to sin. Proudly to say, I am going to continue to sin. Because I'm a sinner. I don't have to kill. I don't have to fight. I don't have to party. I don't have to do any other craziness. The opposites of all what humanity considered negative. But I'm going to continue to sin. I sin in my head. Negative thoughts comes to my head. That's a sin. So I'm going to continue to sin. Live as a sinner. However, now I know not to blame God for me being a sinner. I could blame God, say, well, why you let me be a sinner? Well, when I created Adam and Eve, son, see, I did not tell them to touch their fruit. See what I'm saying? I never tell them children, Adam and Eve, to touch their fruit. As a matter of fact, I strictly told them not to touch the fruit of knowledge. But they did. Even after we were told not to, we do. The parents, I had parents. I didn't grow up with parents. Everybody's my parents. All the elders are my parents. I respect them. I love them all. I don't disrespect people. And nowadays, you can say whatever you want to me, which people would consider disrespecting me. Okay, whatever, man. Do you? I'm doing me. You talking, I'm working. You talking, I walking, okay? It's a trick. It's a simple trick. People know exactly what to say to you to make you angry. Now, what do you do in a situation like that? In order for me not to blame nobody no more, all the negativity that I surrounded myself with, all the bad seeds I used to plant, all the negative places that I used to go, chop them down. Me chop them down, man. Yeah, that's right. They all got chopped down. And when the Spirit came and introduced me to the real light, to the light of living, to the light of health, to the light of joy, to the light of peace, to the light of, oh gosh, praise the Lord. It takes away all this anger out of me, because blame built this anger in your heart, this darkness, this hole, and you don't see nothing right around you. You can't trust nobody, you can't feel nobody, you can't love nobody, you can't do nothing right. But you gonna continue to remember that bottom. And it don't matter what. You just gonna go on with it because you think everybody hates you. Think everybody against you. Think that the world is against you, so you're gonna be against the world. Mean against the world. That's what they pass on. Yes. Children of Adam and Eve. You don't recognize this. Not yet, huh? It's gonna take you a minute. It took me a long time. 30-some years I lived as ignorant, as stupid, as dumb, as blind, as fake, as a hypocrite. Yeah, I'm proud to tell you that. Ignorant, stupid, dumb, hypocrite. I've lived 30-some years of my life. Late 30s. But God wants me to do something positive in each and every one of you's lives. I don't know what it is, but I think I have a very good idea. I think that's what I'm doing now. Seriously, I really think that's because the things that I'm saying here could probably get into your mind and make you realize, man, I spent all my life blaming my mom, blaming my dad, or blaming whosoever for the way my life turned out to be, or for the way things been, for the way I am. Stop blaming. Start claiming. Stop blaming. Because once you stop blaming, then you're going to start claiming a whole lot of inner peace. There's a freedom in it. As long as you are blaming the government, it is not the government's fault. Your life is the way it is. There was a time we were in slavery. I have no idea. I wasn't there. That was a long time ago. Now, I cannot keep this in mind that it was because we were slaves that I ain't got nothing today. What the heck slavery got to do with today? I have the ability to go to school, get an education, read, write, play sports, become movie stars, whatever, get a job, go to a factory, build my own house, buy my house, have as many kids as I want. But I blame somebody for it. The government, the system interrupting me, keeping me from doing this and that. Now, do we not have example of what so-called the system that we are blaming that keep us from doing? What about the others? How do they do it? What the system kept them from doing it? Or is the system just doing for a few? I don't get it. The system is picking a certain type of people. In America, there's this beautiful system. Yeah, system. All kids go to school free. All the way up to college. You graduate, you can still go to school for free. If you were a good student, you get financial aid, you get a scholarship and all that stuff. You go to school free. And you could put in your own mind, since you weren't that good of a student, but you pass anyway, you graduate high school, go to college and get something. Borrow money, work your way, pay your way, go to school. What does the government got to do with that? What did the system do to hold you? Man's punishment on earth is you have to work. You have to sweat to eat. Why? Because of what Adam and Eve did. Now, this brought us automatic punishment. An automatic punishment that can never be taken away. Whatever God says, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, however it goes is how it remains to this day. His oath, his promises, they're all kept to this day, the same way that he said they were, you like to say 10,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago. I don't know about all that, so I'm going to go with time before. See? It doesn't change. But you want to change it. You want to add to it. You want to take away from it. And say your own. Do your own. I suppose that's the way it is. But there's still no reason for me to blame anybody for however things is now today. No, should I blame anybody for however tomorrow comes? Today I can build a castle, so tomorrow I sleep well. Today I can build negative lies, go on the street, sell drugs, or be a dope dealer, be a pimp, and then tomorrow expect to go to prison and go to jail. I can be a serial killer today, and tomorrow expect whatever you plant in the garden is what you're gonna get. Okay? Whatever you planted is what is gonna grow, and whatever grows is what you're gonna reap. It's what you sow. You sow negativity. Parents, all messed up in the head. Parents? Gosh, I'm glad I ain't had no parents. You are my parent. The Father himself, the Creator himself, is my parent. Yeah, that's right. I said it. God is my parent. God raised me. I come from a line of people, demons, demonic, live in a demonic world where killing is like a waterfall for them or something. It's like eating their favorite food, eating their favorite fruits or something. They do not care. They think they were gods themselves. And they died. They died. You do wrong happened to you. Okay? You do good thing happen. You do bad thing happen. Okay? No problem. You don't blame people for a bad thing happen to you. Okay? You go tell people many problems here, many problems there. Well, me, not my fault. Okay? I don't do this to you. Okay? I didn't tell you to kill. I didn't tell you to steal. I didn't tell you to go here. I didn't tell you to go there. I didn't tell you to beat. I didn't tell you to fight. I didn't tell you to do anything. And I could honestly sit there and tell you to do all the stupid things that you've done, yet still cannot blame me. Why? Where's your own mind, stupid? I'm sorry I'm calling you stupid, but where's your mind? Couldn't you think for yourself that if I tell you, hey man, we're going to take out this bank today. What you think, dog? You dumb enough to turn around and say, yeah, I think that's a good idea, dog. Then we go tomorrow. I get away. Guess what? I get away. I had a plan. I get away. I told you the plan, but you didn't follow the procedure. You get caught. Man, shoot. Man, this brother left me behind. You wouldn't say brother, of course. You know what you were gonna say. But he got away, man. Got me up in here, dog. You know what I'm saying, dog? Shoot. That's his fault, man. That's that brother's fault, man. I've been free right now, man. He got all I loot, man. And he got away, man. Now I'm up in here, man. That's his fault, man. Really? That's your fault. Yeah. Learn it. Write it down. It's your fault. I'm gonna tell you something. Alright. We could try this. If you want to come and find me, you find me at, what's the address? 2325 Forest Drive. You'll find me. You can dig me out of the internet. You'll find me if you think. We could try something. We'll sit and just conversate and see how that goes. Blame is something that we've been doing from Adam and Eve. But that's people, the people who do that are the people who do not have the spiritual world, who do not live in the spiritual world, who do not have the spiritual mind, who do not comprehend the spiritual world and go on with their lives that way. I told you, I lived that life for 30-some years of my life, my late 30s. Blaming people. That was my wife's fault. Man, I even blame stuff. Man, it wasn't my fault, man. She got pregnant. What? We were drunk, so we blame it on the drunkenness. Really? Nah, that's cheap right there, dude. Hey.
No, my dear. That was a cheap shot. Okay. We cannot blame anything on anybody, okay? Stop blaming your mama, okay? Stop blaming people for your negative.
Okay, let me stop that. How you gonna blame people for what you do? What happened to you? Where it happened to you? When it happened to you? Yeah, this is why I don't mind the dads. You know, the dads, they're cool. They're cool. I love the dads. Why do I love the dads? They just lay there. If it wasn't for my kid would have still be here. It's the reason my son died. My daughter would have been here. Well, let's see. Now your daughter's laying in a hospital with concussion from Joe Blow. Cause Joe Blow done bit her inside the hair so good now she don't help. But you blame it on Joe Blow. Now, remember how you used to tell her about Joe Blow? You heard of the girlfriend before and the one before and the one before? And you told your parent,
I love him. He's cute. Ooh, did you see his car? Oh my God. Did you see them shoes he was wearing? Oh my God, he's so hot. Did you hear the way he was rapping? Oh my God. That's my boo.
So now you're in the hospital, you blaming her. Now you can't buy a diaper for the baby. You ain't got no diaper for the baby. You blaming somebody. Huh? You locked up, so now you blaming the drug dealer. Really? I was selling my dope on the street. I ain't tell you to come back for me, man. You die overdose. That's your problem. I'm sorry to say this, but Michael Jackson, I'm not putting nobody in prison. You gonna blame it on the doctor? Oh, he a doctor. Michael Jackson is a grown man. No. What you mean, no? He's a grown man. I could have seen the doctor forcing this on this man. Hey, man, if you don't take this, even with a gun in his head, he could have still said no. If you're going to kill me, go ahead. If I take the drug, I'm going to die. You got a gun in your hand, that's going to kill me. Well, I'll let you choose. Go ahead. Shoot me. This is a choice or not? This is my fault. You see this in my hand? This is my fault. This is not from fighting, y'all. This thing in my own. It's not from fighting. It's some kind of issue. Doctor says carpal tunnel syndrome, whatever that is. This is my fault. How? I always want these jobs, these heavy jobs. You know, I'm a very physical person. I love to work hard. I love to push myself to the limit. I want to make my boss proud. I want to get the job done. I'm always pushing and just working hard. You know? Consequently, there are consequences always. No matter what you love, the more you love whatever that is you do in life, there's consequences behind it. You love women so much, you may die of AIDS or something. You may catch a few diseases or something. Herpes, gonorrhea, crabs or something. I don't know. You love to drink? Well, the alcohol gonna kill you eventually. Shorten your life. Smoke? Yeah. You'll die eventually. It will kill you. Drugs? Oh yeah, most definitely. It's the way it is. Now, should I blame the store that sells the alcohol? Should I end up with lung cancer or some stuff because I smoke cigarette? I smoke cigarette, yeah. Now I end up with lung cancer, God forbid. Do I blame the company that sells it? Oh no, I'm gonna sue them. Oh my God. Yeah, dude. We gotta sue him, man. Your brother would still be here if you didn't smoke, dude. Yeah, man. You see how far that blame stuff go? Oh man, it's a choice that you make every day that causes you, that puts you in a situation that you are today. It's what you did yesterday that you are paying for today. That you are you are having your joy and laughing and being so peaceful today. It's what you did yesterday. Parents, I got something for you. I see the way you raise your children. A lot of you, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a pity. Some of you lead the children to grow in the most disrespectful way, the most hateful way, the most ignorant way. However, even to that point now, you reach a certain age in your life where now you responsible. You got kids, wife, girlfriend, hookers, I don't know, whatever, husband, where now you're responsible for yourself. Now, I do, okay, so you remember how dad used to drink and party right there and drugs, everything right there. Female here and there, right there, party. Everything just right there in the house and you running around in diapers and all that stuff is going on. 15, 16, 17, you're still in the house and all that stuff is going on, and by then you're all up in that mix. Now you're smoking and drinking with dad and everything and all the women and all that stuff going on. Mom, kids now, they're drinking and smoking with all the baby daddies that come through and all the other dudes that come through. Everything continue like that. Now you don't move out of your parents' house. When you move out of your parents' house, you were supposed to live all that stuff at your parents' house. You don't move into your own house with it. Now while you were at your mom's house, you were selling dope. And your mom say, where you get all that money? Oh, my boy, my mom, blah, 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 blah. You come up with some story. At your young age, you doing bad. Mama ain't say nothing. Papa ain't say nothing. They let it go. Now you got on the street, you get shot. Is that your mom's fault? Or is that your fault? If you're like 15, 16, you know you go to jail. You know you can get shot. You know you got enemies. You know to defend yourself. You even carry your own gun. Who do I blame? Even at that age. Choices. Point is, people, stop blaming the way we are. Okay? Stop it. Take responsibility for your own action. No matter what it is. Yeah, according to the system, if a car hates you, depending how it hates you, it's the driver's fault. That's as much as it's your fault. Yeah, it's his fault to hit your car, that your car's damaged, blah, 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 blah. Insurance cover that. Boom, bada, boom, done. However, you used to take the bus just fine. But now you got that little tax money or something. Or baby daddy finally caught up to the baby daddy of yours. He got a little chunk of money, got that child support check. Oh, I'm going to get me a car. Oh my God, I'm going to get me a car. You got the car. Now you wanted the car, you got a car. So now you're in a car accident. Well, you have no problem. And guess what? You right back where you were before. On the bus. You could have stayed with the bus, but you chose to get a car. Now you got one leg or one arm. Hey, that's your fault. If you had a car, it wouldn't have happened to you. You were at the store at some point of time, you didn't get the milk. Now you realize, oh, I ain't got no milk. Oh, I forgot. All of a sudden, it's an urgency to go get the milk. Well, boom, bada boom. You slip, you fall, you break your leg, you lost 5 teeth, or whatever happened. That's your fault. You could have leave it for tomorrow. You have to listen. There is a voice. There is a recording in your head. It's called the spiritual power, the spiritual guide of our lives, the one that comes from above. When you feel forced to do something, as if it's a command. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta. No, you ain't gotta do nothing but eat, sleep, and die. You get a job, you have to work. Eat, sleep, and die, you have to work. Now, by having to work, even if you were living in the desert, you'd have to hunt to eat. That's work. But you choose to live in a house with bling bling, ching ching, wing wing, television, telephone, blah 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 blah, internet and all that. You gotta pay for that. So you choose to work. More than one job because the bills is high. Or maybe one job paying enough, getting by, but you're working. As you're working, the machine gets your hand. Some stab you in the eye. Whose fault is that? That's still your fault. Company might pay you, compensate you, whatever. Walkman's comp. This is still your fault. We have to live Adam's life punishment. It's all our fault that we are sinner. It's our fault that we are under this punishment. Adam and Eve was human. They were human like you and me. We too are human to this day. The God had created us perfect as he could. Simple instructions that we had to follow, we didn't. And for that we pay the consequences with high price. And the price is slavery, pain, suffering, hunger, poverty, diseases of... And guess what he used as weapon? God used us as weapon against one another. If you following, if you trying, let me say that in very slow motion. If you are trying very hard to do good, he mercy. He's a Lord of mercy, so he has mercy on you. He protects you, protects your family, protects everything around you. It comes with many blessings. But when you take your own way, feel that you can do this, I got this, man, don't worry about it, I got it, man, I know what I'm doing, man, don't mind your own business, stuff like that. It comes with consequences, a repercussion. And no matter what, whether you are doing good and bad things happening to you, don't blame it on nobody. Definitely not the Creator. We are the representative of God, and we are too the representative of the devil. I don't see men. I don't see God. I don't see God with a gun and he's in. I don't see God with a knife. I don't see God making poison. I don't see God building chemical weapon. I don't see God building biological weapon. I don't see God creating none of this stuff. I see men hitting men. I see men killing men. I see men abusing men. I see men condemning men. I see men against men. Okay? That's what I see. So, holla at me. if you got a problem with what I say. Blame got to go. Stop blaming. God bless you. I love you. And if you feel I disrespect any of you, I'm sorry. But it's the fact. I can't blame you for anything that happened to me, no matter what it is. God and I love you. Peace be with you all.